Okay, so get this. You know how we're always talking about crazy new tech? Well, buckle up, because this one is straight out of a sci-fi movie.
Oh, yeah.
We're diving deep today into a video from CCTV Video News Agency.
Okay.
Major Chinese state media.
Right?
And get this, they're showing off a new police robot. A police robot.
A robot cop.
Basically.
Yeah.
This thing is patrolling the streets in China.
Wow.
And it is wild.
I saw this.
Yeah. First of all, this thing is spherical.
Yeah.
Like a ball.
It can
Zip through crowds.
Yeah, it's like a high-tech beach ball
Yes.
that can chase you down.
And it's fast. Like 35 kilometers per hour in just 2 seconds.
That's incredible.
I know. It's insane. And they even show someone trying to knock it over in the video.
It's like a Weeble.
Yeah.
It wobbles, but it doesn't fall down.
It just keeps going.
Yeah.
It's designed to be super resilient.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, if you think about it, China is really pushing the boundaries when it comes to tech. And especially with policing, like we've talked about before.
Right.
Facial recognition, AI surveillance. This robot is just another piece of that puzzle.
Yeah. And they're clearly not messing around when it comes to using technology to, maintain order or control.
Well, and you can see why they would be interested in this kind of tech. Think about it. Increased efficiency, potentially safer for the officers.
That's a good point.
If you're dealing with a dangerous situation, having a robot on the front lines could really change things.
Okay, I see that. But the transcript also specifically mentions crowd control.
Oh, yeah.
Which kind of makes me wonder about the, specific situations they have in mind.
Right. And when you think about crowd control, you have to consider the tools this thing has.
Like what?
It mentions a net gun.
A net gun.
And a high sound loudspeaker. So yeah, it definitely raises questions about how this tech could be used.
Yeah, a net gun. That's pretty intense.
And what about that loudspeaker? What kind of sounds are we talking about here?
Right. So we're talking crowd control. We've got a net gun. We've got this loudspeaker. How much control does this robot actually have?
Well, they mention L4 level of unmanned driving.
Okay.
Which basically means it's highly autonomous.
Really?
Yeah. Think of it like a self-driving car, but instead of passengers, it's got these crowd control features.
So it can basically operate on its own?
Pretty much.
Make decisions without a human controlling it?
It can navigate obstacles, follow pre-programmed routes.
Wow.
Yeah.
And there's something in here about momentum wheel control.
Oh, yeah, that's interesting.
What even is that? I mean, it sounds like something out of a physics textbook.
It kind of is. But think of a spinning top.
Okay.
It stays upright because it's spinning right. This robot uses a similar principle. It has internal spinning wheels to stay balanced and make those quick turns.
So that's how it stays upright even when it's moving so fast.
Exactly.
Wow. Okay, so to recap, we have a robot that's highly agile, super fast. It's autonomous. And it's packing some serious crowd control tools.
Yeah.
What does this all mean for policing in China?
That's the million-dollar question. Some experts believe this kind of tech could make policing more efficient, even safer.
How so?
Well, if the robot is taking on some of the risk instead of a human officer.
Okay, yeah, I see that. But I can't help but think about the potential downsides.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, especially in a country like China, where individual freedoms and privacy aren't always prioritized, the potential for misuse is definitely there.
For sure. It's a lot to consider.
It is.
This deep dive has really been eye-opening to see how fast technology is advancing and all the, complex questions it raises about the future of law enforcement.
Yeah, I mean, it's not just about the tech itself, but about how it's used and who controls it.
So what do you think is the most important takeaway for our listeners?
I think the biggest takeaway is that technology is a tool. And like any tool, it can be used for good or for bad. It's up to us as citizens to make sure it's used responsibly and ethically. Yeah, I mean, we can't just sit back and be wowed by the shiny new tech.
Right.
We have to think about the implications.
Exactly.
This deep dive has definitely given us all a lot to think about.
It really has.
Please like this video and subscribe to our channel. For more detail, you can visit our blog website www.evergreentechtips.com.